How did, when Coach Kelly took over, did you kind of change your off-season approach or the way you're kind of attacking things now out here?
You know, it's a new start, fresh start with everyone, a whole new coaching staff. So you kind of just had to settle down, focus on the details, and build back up from there, and just try to do whatever you can possible to. Everything's an evaluation, so do everything possible to catch his eye.
How different is it playing this offense?
I mean, it's a little bit different. We have different styles, but it's still offense. You still got runs and passes, so, and you're still all working hard. So we'll see. What
do you think you've improved the most on since last season?
I would say poise in the pocket and kind of my throwing motion. It's been a little like compacted, and I've kind of tried to work on that over the off season, but mostly that.
Go ahead.
What did you do in the off season to work on your throwing motion?
You know, I was just like from the coaches last year, they gave me a few couple points before they left, so I made sure that when I was throwing out here during the off season, I focused on those and would always just be throwing in a mirror trying to fix that.
Has Josh stayed in touch with you guys and given you guys tips or pointers or suggestions?
Yeah, so Josh used to live with me, so he's a close buddy of mine, so we keep in touch almost every day. He's reaching back and forth, looking out for me, you know.
You were roommates with him? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we lived in an apartment together.
And he just moved, he tweeted that he just moved out, right?
He just moved out, yeah.
Okay. What's it like, you know, going out here every day? You know, you've obviously got Devon and some other guys, but, you know, DTR and KJ aren't here yet. You know, what's it like kind of, you don't even know, like, you know, how they're going to look or how the competition's going to go. Is that hard to kind of have an unknown factor?
I mean, yeah, but like you still got to do what you got to do. You got to focus on yourself and try to control the 20 square feet that you own and try to do the best you can every single day. And whoever's the best will play. So that's the way I look at it.
What are those contraptions called that they're like the screens that are like the D linemen with their hands up simulating?
I don't know what those are called, but they're simulating the offensive linemen and windows to kind of give you that same look of those big deep offensive linemen.
Okay.
Have you ever practiced with those before?
No, this is the first time.
This is the first time you knew they even existed, or had you seen other people using them?
I mean, I've seen them around, but I never thought we would use them. And then we were watching film, and Coach Kelly used them at the other place he was, and then we saw him the next day. So.
Is that kind of how you guys prepared for practice going into this week, looking at film of Kelly's past practices?
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
What's it been like working with Jerry Neuheisel?
It's been good. I mean, he's grown up here. He's lived here his whole life, so he's super invested in the UCLA, and he'll do anything he can to help.
Did you know him before?
Yeah. When I came out on my official, he was there. I kind of met him, talked to him, hung out with him a little bit, but.
What were some of the earliest practices? Like, how far back did you guys go into looking at past practice film? Was it just a couple of years that he was in Philly? Was it like way far back?
Everything. Pretty much every place he's been at, we've seen a clip from.
Are there any receivers you're feeling like really good chemistry with right now?
Yeah, there's a couple. Demetric Felton, he's a good one. Christian Pabico, Damian Alloway, and Theo Howard, we all worked. Me, Devon, and all four of them were super, like we worked during the offseason. That's where we were a little group.
Where did you do those workouts?
Out here, on the field, by ourselves.
What do you hope to get accomplished in these first 2 weeks before the rest of the quarterbacks come in?
Just try to nail down this offense, try to learn it inside and out, and see where I can take it.
You guys have had plenty of offenses since you've been here. Where does this compare in just kind of difficulty and kind of grasping it and learning playbook?
I mean, once you learn two in 2 years, it's kind of easy to learn another one, but this one's very organized and everything has its reason and it all bases off each other, so it's been pretty easy.
Outside of just the X's and O's, has there been a different energy around building in this practice field so far?
Absolutely. Like from where we were last, you kind of got a long walk, and being able to walk straight up from the locker room out to this beautiful facility, it kind of gives you some energy as you're going out. So that's brought some hype, and then the new coaching staff as well.
What's that like for you out there on the field? I mean, you guys are all really competitive. You love this game. I was up in my car and I could hear you guys literally through my car windows. Just to have this kind of energy on the practice field, what's that like for you?
It's awesome. You know, energy's contagious. So when someone brings the juice, everyone brings it. You can just feel the energy rise, and that makes practice fun, and that makes practice go quick. And the more energy, the better.
What's the tempo like? I mean, you guys are running even to get off the field after your play, so the next play can be run. What's it like out there?
I mean, it's different, but once you get in the hang of it, you can see the benefits of what it's going to have for us during the regular season.
What did you do to kind of prepare yourself for this new offense and coaching staff and what you needed to do this season?
I mean, as a team, like all the receivers, tight ends just came out and just worked on the routes. We figured we were going to start running, and then a lot of play action, boots, you know, so that kind of stuff.
When did you guys start watching film of Kelly's past practices and getting ready for what was going to happen out here?
I don't think that was until a couple days before spring ball. So.
How big of an adjustment is this to go into the Chip Kelly offense?
It's a lot different pace. I think it's a lot faster than it was last year. And it's just, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a whole different terminology and concept. So, I mean, I just try to figure out what we did last year and try to find out how it's similar to it is this year to help remember the plays and everything.
What's it like going out to practice and not having Josh around?
It's different. I mean, Josh is a real smart, competitive kid, so then it's just his presence, like you can tell he was there.
You guys have got a couple of weeks without KJ and like a whole spring without DTR. Do you feel like maybe this is an opportunity to kind of give yourself a head start in that competition to win the starting job?
I mean, being here and then learning the offense with the coaches is definitely an advantage, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we're all going to compete, and whoever has a starting job, we're just going to back them up.
Did you change the way you work in the off season, knowing that potentially you might be running more and taking more hits during the season?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it still worked out the same, lifted the same, threw the same. So.
The sports science program that Coach Kelly has, how has that impacted you as far as eating, sleeping, hydrating?
I think it impacts us a lot. I feel like I'm more energized when I wake up and feel a lot faster. So.
What's it like having Boss as your center?
Oh, it's fun. Boss is a cool dude, so I mean, I think we're pretty close.
How do you think he's done in that transition from defensive line to offensive?
I mean, I know it's a hard transition for him, so I think he's done a real good job.
You mentioned energy. It seems like we were just talking, it's like an infectious energy out here amongst the field. Obviously, you guys all want to prove yourself to this new staff, but what kind of energy is there out on the field, and how is it different from last year?
I mean, I think it's just getting back into spring ball and we're really playing football. I think everyone's just juiced up to come out here and practice in this beautiful facility. So,
what's it like for you? Obviously, you love this sport, you compete, you work your tail off and train and all that, and you're able to get out here and prove yourself. What's this like for you guys as a group to get out here and try to prove yourselves amongst the new staff?
I think we just love practicing with each other, just being out here, just bonding as a team. So.
What's it been like working with Jerry Neuheisel?
Coach Jerry's cool. I mean, so if I ever have any questions about some protections or route concepts, like what the reads are, he'll help me out.